What is going on, everyone? Welcome to the video and good morning. We are back top of the league. People probably hate me on social media, especially on Instagram, because when we went top first time, I was like, flaunting it, top of the league. I was real happy, and I have a lot of like Liverpool friends and stuff like that, or just rival fans, and they were probably all like, fuck you. I can't recall any of them, commenting on anything or anything like that. So they were probably delighted to see when Leicester went above us, or when City briefly went above us as well. And I was like, we really need to win, because the last thing I need, or we as fans need, is a draw or losing that game, especially for people to be like, aha, you're not top now, because obviously we're so excited to be top. We haven't been in this position since Alex Ferguson, and it just feels so good. I'm not saying we're going to win the league. I'm not saying that I feel like we are bossing it, and I'm not saying that I'm not going into most games absolutely shitting it, thinking this would be a typical, Manchester United drop, to drop 3 points here. And, let us just enjoy it. Let's enjoy the fact that we are top. Whether you're a Man United fan watching this video, whether you're a rival, just because people are celebrating the fact that we are numero uno right now, does not mean that we're not like realistic and we're like, right, we're not really gonna win. I've got people jumping at me saying, oh yeah, well, don't get too carried away, it could all just fall apart. We fucking know that. We're not stupid. We've been United fans a long time, most of us. We're well aware of the fact that Manchester United can just drop off, but right now, this moment in time, we are doing well. Yeah, we're not scoring goals and trashing teams, and we're not doing that. I really hope we do that and make it even more enjoyable. But we're getting those wins. Whether they're scrappy, whether they're, people might say, undeserved. I don't think they're undeserved. I think we deserve to be where we are. Our players are putting in a shift. Our manager is doing the right thing. And we are getting over the line. We're getting over the line. 366 days not losing an away game. That's insane. People always question Ollie and say he's a PE teacher and all this crap. Like, people are so against Ollie. They have such an agenda, and it just shouldn't be happening. Look what he's doing with the team, with the players. We looked class yesterday. We really did. There was sparks that Fulham had, and they had, I think, 12 shots and 5 on target. We had 5 on target. So it was tight, it was a close one, and I do think we got a little bit lucky towards the end. But that's what champions are made of. I'm not saying we're champions, but we could be. There's a small chance that we could win the league. I'll say that, a small chance. But there is a chance. And if we continue to put those shifts in, and we continue to get little results, whether it's getting a draw away at a really difficult game or at home for a really difficult game, fine, so be it. Once we're doing well, and once our rivals are dropping points, that's all I care about. That is all I care about. A lot of people have been on Bruno Fernandes' back, saying that he's dropping off. He's not playing well. He looks so tired. Yeah, okay, maybe he does look a little bit tired. I think that more is frustration more than anything. I think Bruno Fernandes is still class. Yesterday, some people were applauding his passes, and then other people were saying, oh, he can't even pass the ball. Like, I don't think people realise what Bruno Fernandes is there for. He's a risk taker. He's a chance maker. He's the creator. He's pulling all the strings. He's passing the balls through every channel, trying to make things happen. That will not come, and every pass is not going to be A1. Every pass is not going to be top class. If you want Bruno Fernandes' pass accuracy to be 100%, then you better sit back and enjoy him doing side to side passes, which all fans have been complaining about, saying that we're not doing anything, we're not creating chances. I think a lot of the fans right now are not a lot of them, there's a majority of them who are just trying to find any reason to give out. And the fact that Bruno Fernandes is, you know, having stray passes, it's because he's trying to make things happen. He's trying to have players make a run, and it's not coming off all the time. That's fine. And when it does come off, and when it does happen, and when we do score a goal, people are jumping for joy. Do you want Bruno Fernandes to just kind of sit and hover in the middle and just do side-to-side passes? Because if you do, you might as well get Louis van Gaal back or Jose Mourinho back. We don't want that. We want Bruno out there taking risks, doing little flick passes. Like there was one moment in the game yesterday, and him and Cavani were working so well on the left-hand side in the second half, and they were doing just little one-touch passes, and then he flicked it over the defender's head right to Cavani, and it was just such a beautiful bit of play. And people need to understand that that's what Bruno Fernandes is all about. Cavani, back to him. Oh my God, like what a player we have. And I'm gonna hold my hands up. When we were linked with him, I really didn't want him. I thought he would be a money merchant. The fact he was given number 7, I was furious about that. And I just did not want an older player at our club, because I just thought it was ridiculous. And I take every single bit of that back. He works so hard. He looks like a teenager out there running up and down. There was moments in the game where he won back possession for us deep in nearly where our defenders are. It was just insane, his work rate. He's a proper goal scorer, something that we've been crying out for. And I do think him and Bruno work really, really well together. They've got an understanding. We've been giving out about players and selfishness a lot recently. So seeing the way Cavani and Bruno link up together and pass the ball and see those little passes, even Greenwood was very unselfish and good yesterday. I don't know what the situation was with Marcus Rashford. I obviously think it was him being rested yesterday, but I must say I was so happy to see him on the bench. I really was. Not because I don't think he's good enough. I do think he's good enough, but I just thought after the Liverpool game, I was just so infuriated by the fact that again there was just things that he should have done that he didn't do. Now I'm sure he's not being dropped because of the decisions that he's been making. I'm sure it's not that, but I'd like to think it is. And if I was the manager, I would have been dropping him because of those things. I'm sure Ollie is just resting him, simply just resting him, because I don't see Ollie dropping Rashford for that. If that was the case, he'd probably drop Martial as well. But I just think when I saw the lineup, I was happy that was happening. All in all, great game. Sorry, the sun is now shining right in my face. Hang on. Ooh. Now, all in all, I think it was a great game. David De Gea, 5 shots on target, so I don't think he had too many good saves to make, but there was definitely 1 or 2 in there, so fair play to him. I think our defenders have been very good, minus that goal at the start of the game. Obviously that was ridiculous. It was shit, and there's so many reasons for it. You know, there's not one person to blame. There's you know, they all contributed to that shit bit of play. As Ollie said, they weren't ready. They should have been ready for it, and they weren't. There was such an opening for the player just to run in. When he was running in, like I could see on the camera when it went behind, the angle went behind the player, Lookman, you could just see Pogba like jotting, is that a word, jotting back? Whatever a horse does, do you know, when they're trotting. Fucking hell, trotting. You could see Pogba trotting back. And then other players, there was no urgency to just get in there. Like if I was there, I'd be running in and just like a fucking bull. You know, that didn't happen, and it was infuriating. I was like, if we lose this game now because of that stupid goal, I will flip out. We definitely recovered. We recovered, and there was no sloppy mistakes there. But as I say in nearly every video, I'm literally like a broken record now saying this. We have conceded so many stupid goals, so many sloppy goals. I wouldn't mind if we were conceding goals like the worldie that Pogba scored yesterday, because they're goals that you can't really do anything about. It's no one's fault. The player had class, and it was just a moment of brilliance. Whereas these stupid goals that we are conceding, It's way too regular, way too regular. And look, we had Eric Bailey on, who everyone is piping up about him. I'm one of those people. Would it have happened with Lindelof? Maybe, yes, I guess so. I just think our defence is so leaky at times, and we really need to sort that shit out, because, again, if you want to be champions, those things can't happen. They can't. They cannot, because we're not scoring enough goals to rely on that. We're not scoring enough goals to make up for mistakes like that. If we make up mistakes and then we draw, that's 2 points dropped. That cannot happen. That cannot be happening anymore. And they really need to focus on that. They really need to not shut off from minute 1 to minute 90 or minute 95, whatever it is, Fergie time. We need to make sure that we're in the game from the very first second. That's the only thing that annoyed me about the game really yesterday. Look, all I wanted was a win, and that's what we got, so I'm happy. I think everyone played really well a lot of the time. Yeah, so that is it. I thought this was going to be a quick video, but it's actually quite long, but I feel very happy. We're top of the league again. Now we go on to Liverpool in the FA Cup, which, to be honest, not that I don't care about. I'm just so into the league right now that whatever happens on Saturday or Sunday, I'm not going to get down about it. Then we go on to Sheffield, which was a tough game the first time round, and I really don't think it should be a tough game again. But we'll see what happens. United like to make it a little bit interesting and a little bit difficult for themselves. So let's see what happens. I do think we'll get that win. And then we go into a little run of difficult games again. So, yeah, we just need to keep the momentum going. Let me know what you thought of the game yesterday. If you're new to the channel, hit subscribe, drop a like on the video. And thanks for watching. I'll chat to you soon.